Hello again, third grade Tubman Toads. It's Miss Deal here, and we're going to start our Week 5 Distance Learning Packet. So today we're going to go over Day 1 of Week 5. So let's get started. Make sure you have your Week 5 Learning Packet. It should say Week 5 on the front. And make sure you have a pencil or a pen to write with. So for Week 5, we're still learning about magnetism. And we're focusing on what are different types of magnets and how are they used in our daily lives. So for Day 1, we're going to look at the vocabulary words for this week. So let's move on to Day 1. So go to the page where it says Day 1, Content Vocabulary at the top. Today we will continue to explore the topic of magnetism and learn vocabulary words that you will see as you read and write about magnetism and its role in our everyday lives. Below are 4 new vocabulary words that you will find in the text: magnets, magnetism, types and uses. For each new word, we'll use the chart to read the word and its definition, write a synonym, a word that means the same, and explain our understanding of the word by getting specific or making the connection to define it in our own words. And then we will draw a picture that helps us visualize the words. So we'll look at the example first. So the example word is magnetism. The definition is the power of a magnet to attract, a force that pushes and pulls certain metals. A synonym for magnetism is attraction. They use this sentence: when I feel my refrigerator magnet get pulled to the refrigerator door. So that's their example of magnetism. And they included a picture of a magnet with some metal coins sticking to it. So let's go on and we'll start to do our own words on the next page. So everybody turn to the next page and we'll start with the word variety. A variety means a number of different things in a group. So they have some pictures here, a variety of shoes and a variety of vegetables. A synonym for the word variety that I can think of is diversity, which means there are different things in a group. To get specific, I'm going to include my sentence. I have a variety of cookies for dessert. So in my example, I might say that I have chocolate chip cookies, sugar cookies, gingerbread cookies, and M&M cookies. So I have a bunch of different types, which means I have a variety. So I'm not going to draw a picture because I'm on my computer. But when you're doing this, you need to make sure you draw a picture, or you can cut out a picture from a magazine and put it on your paper. So I'm not going to include a picture, but you need to make sure you draw one on your own paper so you make sure you know what variety means. I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next word. If you want to pause the video so you can draw your picture and write your own example, go ahead. Our next word is convenient, which means useful or easy to use. They included a picture of a microwave because a microwave is a convenient way to make food really fast. So if you want to heat up your pizza, you can put it in the microwave for a minute and it'll be done really quick. I'm going to write a synonym for convenient. My synonym is accessible because it's easy to use. It's right there and you can use it quickly. So for my specific example, it is convenient for me to take the metro to school because it is nearby. So I'm saying that it's convenient for me to take the metro because it's right there, it's right down the street from school, so it's convenient and easy for me to use. You can include a different example or you can write mine down on your paper. I might draw a picture of the metro train, or I could print out a picture of the metro and put it on my paper. So make sure you add a picture to help you understand what the word convenient means. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and add your picture and your sentence before we move on. So we will go to the next page for our last 2 words today, and then we'll be finished for day 1. So our next word is incision. Incision means a surgical cut made in the skin. So there's a small picture of a doctor making an incision on their patient. So my synonym for incision is cut. To make an incision is to cut into the skin. To get specific, I'm going to use an example from my own life. So a doctor made an incision in my stomach to help heal my gallbladder. So this is an example from my own life. A few years ago, I had something called gallstones, and I had to have surgery. The doctor or surgeon made an incision in my stomach so they could cut open and take out my gallbladder to get rid of the gallstones. So that's an example from my own life. Maybe you know an example of someone in your family who has had some type of surgery, or even if you don't, you can think of one that you saw on TV, or just write my example as yours. And then you can draw a picture to help you understand what incision means. If you need to pause, go ahead, and then we'll go on to our last word. Our last word is reliance, which means dependence or trust. So in this picture, there is a person walking their dog. The dog has reliance on their owner to take care of them and walk them and feed them. So my synonym for the word reliance will be dependence, because that means that you rely or depend on someone else for something. So my example, I have reliance on my parents to help me when I am in trouble.